Welcome to a special bonus episode of RFC After Hours, episode number 205.5. There you go, we do a decimals here. Welcome, everyone. Yeah. All 400 of you on this fine Sunday morning. So here's the deal, alright? So when it comes to the Suzie Lou tale, excuse me while I switch scenes here. When it comes to Suzie Lou tale, we haven't really had much clash, much opposition. Most people have been totally fine with everything that's gone on, that's transpired. However, I did notice somebody I do follow on Twitter, Cog, was a little bit, he was kinda when it came to what Swan was doing. So I figured, you know what, fuck it. I'm not even like gonna think about it. Just, you know, see if they want to come on for a little bit of a debate, kind of settle their differences here. I don't really, you know, plan these things out. It's more just, you know, impulse, just, whatever, just see what happens. And sure enough, Cog was down, Swan was down, so I figured, why not? A little bit of a Sunday bonus show. So there you go. Now, I got Bowblax in line here too. How you doing, Bowblax? We'll bring them in just a second. They're in the waiting room. But what's up? What's up, man? You ready for this? What do you think's gonna happen? I'm not really too sure, like...
I think Cog will either look extremely stupid right away, or he'll bring up some like okay points, and then John will dismantle him, and he'll look stupid like a little bit later.
All right,
the debate.
So not really too hopeful for Cog's position.
Yeah,
here.
I don't dislike Cog, but I think he's completely wrong.
Yeah. Bowblax is like, yo, what's up? Yeah, what's up, guys? All right, let's just stop bullshitting. Let's just go ahead and bring them both in. Should we bring them at the same time here? I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, let's do
it. All right, let's just do it. All right, we got Cog and Swan in here. What's up, guys? What's up, gentlemen? Hello? Swan.
How you doing? Hello.
There you go. Okay, your mic was doing some weird stuff, but it seems like you're fine now.
I think it was.
Yeah.
My bad.
What's... Oh, Cog, I think it's your mic that's a little goofy right now.
Is it okay? Is it not coming through clear?
Oh, okay, you're clear now. It was just doing some weird stuff. I think we're all good here. What's up, guys? Yeah. What's up, guys? So, Cog, you're here. Do you want to kind of introduce yourself to the audience?
I'm sure the audience know who I am from a point of view. I don't really mind. I'm Cog, guys. Hi.
What's up, man? Swan, everyone, I
Cog.
think.
Hi, Cog. Yeah. Nice to meet you. My name is John Swan. I graduated from the school of whatever. Yeah, you guys probably all know who I am by this point.
Yeah. So all right, well, what's up, gentlemen? So, listen, I brought you both on here to kind of talk about the Suzie Lou thing. Cog, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, man, because you're kind of the one who has the issue here. Do you kind of want to overlay, like, because I saw on Twitter you were saying you had an issue with basically Swan going after Suzie Lou's money and the flagging stuff. Do you kind of want to explain your position in more detail?
It's just more the advocacy of using the TOS to flag people down on websites.
Okay, so you have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Swan, do you kind of want to respond to that?
Okay, so I have a bit of a difficulty understanding exactly what your point is. I think you're trying to draw a parallel between Suzie Lou using her YouTube contacts to flag us down, and then her Patreon getting removed and us celebrating over it. Is that what you're referring to there? Because I don't quite understand
it's definitely one of the comparisons. Yeah, she's clearly using TOS to flag you down and other people, which is absolutely bullshit from my point of view. Because like, and you've done a good job so far, obviously going after it to the point where, if at least if the anime creators are getting involved, to sue her, fucking great, good stuff. But when it comes down to the like I say, when I see let's go after her Patreon or her YouTube and use TOS and stuff to go against her, I'm guessing you see objective TOS and subjective TOS. Is that how it works?
I've never advocated for using TOS to flag her down.
Right, okay. Well, I've got a tweet here, obviously, from you where, if she's breaking TOS, she should be duly punished by YouTube Patreon. Is that not you?
If they choose to punish her, then I won't find a problem with that because she's clearly breaking TOS. That's what I meant by that. If they wanted to punish her, I would be fine with them punishing her.
Okay, so if like when you got punished when your video got taken down, you're fine with that, or is that a different?
It's a different situation because it's not. You can't really compare. Because what she's doing on her Patreon is illegal. Reacting to full episodes of anime is illegal.
I agree. That should take the legal route. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is illegal. So if Patreon has gone, so basically what happened with the Patreon was anime companies DMCA'd the Patreon like 3 times, and then they reviewed it, and then they removed it. So that's what happened there.
Again, that's your point of view, and I agree that could have happened too. From her point of view, obviously, and again, I've had my stuff under review on Patreon before, and then it went back to normal. But you can go from, if she's decided during the review to just get rid of her stuff, it will show that as well as just removed. So there are two ways to look at that. I see your point of view as well, but obviously she's been public about what's happened on her side too. So I'm only comparing the two. Being, you know.
Okay, so the Patreon went under review and then she deleted it. Well, that's what she says. I don't think that's what happened, but apparently she deleted her own Patreon. But the Patreon was under review because it was DMCA'd 3 times by the anime companies, and I've received confirmation that those were actual DMCAs from actual anime companies and not just people trolling the system. Those were legitimate and happened like 3 times. So then Patreon put it under review. So
I think the only issue with this really, I think, because obviously I've seen tweets from you where you're like, if she's breaking TOS and stuff like that. When it comes to the people, obviously, that are in your circles, like Linad or whatever his name is, as an example, who is, I'm guessing he may have gone forward and flagged. I mean, Augie, have I misread your tweet as well when you said that if going after her Patreon after she's messed with so many channels is crossing the line, you've gone a mile across? Does that mean you've gone and flagged, or did you not go and flag?
I've not personally flagged, but I have no issue with it.
Okay, so you've no issue with just people going out and flagging her.
Well, for a fair reason. Like if they're flagging it for her using anime or whatever, if she's gone after us, I say I have no issue with us going after her, as long as the reason is valid. If you flag her for like hate speech or something, which is obviously just a false flag.
Okay, so it's kind of like an eye for an eye, but you think that yours has more of an objective standpoint in the TOS in comparison to hers.
Well, yeah, because we're not actively seeking her out. She's seeking us out. So I say, okay, well, once you go to that level, I have no issue with us. The difference is that we're doing it legitimately, and she's just doing it to take down.
So it's in response. It's a direct retaliation. Right, so yours is more retaliation actions, which are absolute piece of shit actions. So the retaliation is to use the same piece of shit actions.
But I think you're missing the point, though, because she was flagging down our videos, contacting her YouTube
she's a piece of shit. She's an absolute piece of shit. Yeah, she's a piece of shit. To get our videos
removed, but she was breaking the law. She's breaking copyright law.
She's a piece of shit, exactly. So you take this to the anime people, you leave that with them, and then they take through the legal path, and you cover that from the sidelines. But you guys took an active role and had to jump to the finish line. Let's take down her Patreon. Surely that can be used in a legal aspect if she's still got her Patreon up and she's still making money off it, consistently shooting herself in the foot.
Okay, so where did we advocate for her Patreon getting taken down, or where did we tell people to go flag?
Again, it's more a case of when I read your responses to this, when I'm saying, look, you shouldn't just be flagging for people for TOS, and you've got, if she's breaking TOS, she should be duly punished by YouTube Patreon, whether that means strike, termination, suspension. So if she is breaking it, that should happen to her. So if you're breaking TOS,
and they choose,
so if you're breaking TOS and that happens to you, is that totally okay? And if it happens to any of your fans and supporters who, as an example, have broken TOS by making new accounts after being suspended on Twitter, which is in clear direction, offense of their TOS, which is, what is it called now? I forget the terminology for it, but it's basically when you make a new account after being suspended. Evasion. You're not allowed to do that. Ban evasion. Thank you very much. That's exactly what it is. I don't think that people should be banned on Twitter, or I don't think anyone should want to go and flag. And I don't think if people break TOS all the time that it should be sought out and looked at like that. But I'm guessing because it's Suzie Lou, that's why your focus is there.
Okay, so I've never advocated for people to go out and actively try to destroy her Patreon or report her to the anime companies, or I've actually never
you have rejoiced in it going down, though, which is...
I have rejoiced in it going down. I definitely have, because if she's going to be flagging down my videos and bringing,
I get it. She's a piece of shit, and I honestly think her comeuppance is fine. I understand that from a point of view. I just don't understand, and I'm sure you have had followers that have taken an active role in doing this, and I'm not saying the anime partners haven't come forward and done this. I know you've heard this from your source because I've seen tweets.
I've seen tweets of people reporting her Patreon. I've seen tweets of people reporting her to the anime companies. I've never said go do that, but I'm not going to say you can't do that, because they're in their rights to do that if they believe that her content is, violates those policies. I just wouldn't do it myself, and I haven't done that myself, and I've never said people should do that themselves. And I think that tweet that you're pulling up is, if they want to punish her, I would have no problem with punishing her, because her use is clearly not in line with the TOS. In fact, it's not just in line with the TOS, it's breaking actual law, which is, a bit of a different, I think that's a bit of a different argument when you put it like that. She's actually breaking copyright law by reacting to full anime. And then you have, I don't know if you saw this, but she actually responded to someone on her Patreon, and she said, this is a quote, by the way, I'll try and remember the quote so I don't misquote, but I think it was, no one was really allowed to post unedited. People were just getting away with it until now. That's it. That is a quote from her Patreon. So at this point,
again, I think her flagging people is an absolute piece of shit move. I think when people go to that point where they lower themselves to the level of using a terms of service to go against someone, it is a piece of shit move. I don't think you can take some moral high ground in it being illegal, especially when it comes to shit like copyright. Because copyright is one of those things that a lot of YouTubers do anyway. They'll get hit all the fucking time on YouTube for small clips they put into a show or something like that. Or if they that's if they're streaming. And if they do, I've done videos when I used to upload and stuff and got hit all the time for like little clips and shit. Like, I honestly think that what she's doing is ridiculous, and how she's getting away with it shows a clear bias from YouTube. And the fact that she can has not been hit and everyone's been bringing the copyright to her attention, which I'm pretty sure you did flag it to YouTube though, didn't you?
No.
Copyright.
I've never done
YouTube
that.
responded.
No.
Well, YouTube did respond to your post, obviously, when you said yours was Suzy Lou strikes again, war starts now. And the team YouTube did respond to you, saying they said, we appreciate that you've re-uploaded an edited copy of the video that complies with our policies and doesn't include repeated attacks based on someone else's appearance. We also looked into your concerns regarding copyright abuse and did not find any evidence of that. Maybe they read that from your video that you've seen or something, but that's their response to you on Twitter.
In the video.
I talked about it in the video, and I think I said that she's used the copyright system to bring down other people's content, because she did strike down markup.
He's called a phase copyright, yeah. He calls it phase copyright. It's who else did that? Lacey Green did that as well in the past. She's done that where she's taking down people's content based on having her face in it because her face is copyright. I don't know how much legitimacy there is to that. It seems so fucking weird when I hear that.
There's absolutely nothing. Your likeness is not copyrighted, because to have a copyrighted for a likeness, it has to have been created by someone. And your face isn't, well, it's created by your parents, but it's not created by any, it's not actually drawn or in, anything like that. You can't copyright a likeness. Like, you can't, that's just not something you can do. It has to be something that's being created, and, faces aren't like that. Okay. So yeah, that holds no legitimacy.
Enough then. Yeah. Well, if I've misread the situation that you've not gone out and actually flagged her herself, again, YouTube obviously saying here that your copyright abuse concerns and stuff, they've said that they didn't find the evidence. That I thought was like, well, they got back to you about some flagging that you've done on her, obviously the TOS stuff. And I've seen a lot of your supporters as well really saying like, oh, well, she's broken the TOS, like that's some sort of moral high ground standpoint, which it really isn't, to go and flag somebody down. I can understand somebody doing that off their own accord from a point of view, but it's just one of those things where it's I think it is ridiculous, because it just becomes this flood, and then you end up losing a patron, which I think is detrimental, because you can use that in a court case. I'm pretty sure now they'd have to file for like, can you show us the deleted stuff that was there?
No, because of the DMCA. They already got DMCA. It's gone. It's already gone. It was removed by the anime companies.
Again, I know I've heard this from you, and you've heard this from your source. Have you actually got this confirmed? And by the anime companies, is this Viz Media or is it Crunchyroll? Which one is it? She's in Scotland, right? And they're in San Francisco.
Can I say? I don't know if I can say.
Sure.
I'll send it to you in DMs later, but it is 100% confirmed they have been DMCA'd, and we have one of the DMCA. We have one of the DMCA notices from back in January when this was. That was TV Tokyo, and we have that DMCA notice in the Lumen database. Lumen database is terrible, and it's really hard to find stuff on there. So I've been looking for like this recent one, but it hasn't shown up yet because their sorting system's rubbish. But I have received the original DMCA that was sent to Patreon, and it's 100% legitimate. And those videos were taken down by DMCAs. That was the recent lot. Back in January, it happened again. I believe there was another instance where it also happened. So it's happened 3 times.
Okay. Like I say, if you've not done this yourself, John, and you've not actually gone out yourself and started flagging, thinking TOS is some sort of moral high ground that you have, then I don't really have any issues with you at all. Everything else I think you've done is great. I honestly I've misread the situation as you thinking TOS was some sort of moral high ground to go and flag her, which I never think that it is. I'm not a fan of that at all, because that's exactly why you see all this bullshit happening on YouTube, like your videos and others getting taken down, because people will use that like their moral high ground, and YouTube is a fickle fucking cunt with their TOS.
Yeah, I look, there's a number of situations, there's a lot of nuance to this situation. And I think that, I'll never do that myself. I'll never go out and flag someone myself. I think if you look at my YouTube flag history, I think I have reported 3 videos, and I think 2 of the 3 were legitimate pornography. And I think the other one was some bloody Nazi stuff. So that I literally I don't advocate for taking down videos that in any way to say, well, she's breaking the TOS, therefore she should be taken down. I've never said that. I've said she is breaking TOS. I said that in my video, and I said, she is breaking Patreon TOS. She's breaking Vimeo TOS, which is where the Patreon videos are hosted, and she's obviously breaking fair use. I've said that in my video, but I've never told people to go out and flag that. I've never done it myself. And I would never, tell people, please go and, bring this to the support of the anime companies, send this off and have this happen. I've never said that. I've never done that. But, I think that it's a very nuanced situation, but I've never done that myself. I do think, however, that, if YouTube or Patreon or whoever is involved in this, if they feel that she has broken their TOS, I'm not going to say this was a bad ban, or this was, this wasn't this wasn't the correct decision, because I obviously do believe she is breaking TOS. I just won't go out and do that myself. But if they believe that her content breaks TOS, I have no problem with them, doing, having, if they want to hand out a punishment, I would have no problem with them doing that.
Again, so if they believed that one of your friends or someone that you actually liked was breaking the TOS, would you be a little bit more up in arms about it, like that they didn't break TOS? Like, obviously I can see that she clearly is and stuff like that, but this is my issue with TOS. I know she clearly is, and I get where you're coming from, but I think this is my issue with TOS, is that a lot of people get hit, obviously, who haven't done it, and it becomes this whole situation of just how fickle the TOS system is. And I think this can be abused from all different sides. And I do think Patreon works on its basis more of, as long as they're getting enough hate coming through, that they will just switch. If you've got a confirmation, though, that this is guaranteed, the anime companies, though, then that's absolutely brilliant. That's exactly that. If that's what they've wanted, then that's great. I'm one of those that's not one. I don't want to assume the position of the the anime companies and do the flagging for them.
Yeah, so there's been a recent lot of takedowns on her YouTube channel. Those with 4.4 million views were deleted.
She's hidden a lot, though. She's posted this on her Twitter. She's actually hidden a lot of stuff.
She's hidden a lot of stuff. She's privated stuff.
Yeah, but that would take the views away, because it's private. It's not unlisted.
Yeah,
so
but I got the original DMCA, so I know that has been taken down via a DMCA, because I've got the original copy of it.
I know she got one from TV Tokyo back in December.
Yes, that was TV Tokyo, and I'm pretty sure I can just say it again. It's TV Tokyo again. It's TV Tokyo again, and it's definitely not a copyright troll, as she stated, because I've received the original DMCA. For some reason, when they put the strike through, it did some weird thing with the claimant name. But it was 100% legitimate, and I've seen the original DMCA, and that's all above board. So she's gotten those views taken away, and then her Patreon was DMCA'd as well. So, and I've actually got an email from Patreon to a person acting on behalf of the anime companies, stating that her Patreon was suspended. We have suspended this creator's page. Let us know how you would like to proceed with the other account. That would be Stejo's account, which they also DMCA'd for the same reasons.
Again, is that Tokyo? Because I would have thought, being in Scotland, it would have been Crunchyroll or Viz Media that would have been going after as the license holders.
It's someone representing on behalf of TV Tokyo. I think I'm allowed to say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
like I say, it just I can't wait. If she gets a legal comeuppance, that's going to be great. Absolutely amazing. From my point of view, my whole thing is just, I thought you were advocating for the TOS, to basically flag her down, which I think it's ridiculous to advocate for the TOS, because it's used so many times from other people to just flag shit down. If people decide to do it on their own accord, fine. But I think when you advocate for it and you just open to an extent, then yeah. And that's kind of how I read that, which was just like, well, if that happens to her, then so be it, and stuff like that. And it just looks like everyone's like, cool, so we can flag. And if it happens to her, John's going to be fine with it,
Yeah, look, I'm not going to say you should do that. I've never, ever advocated for flagging her down. I never want to do that, because I agree with you that TOS is something that can be easily misconstrued. I mean, just look at my video. I obviously didn't break the TOS. Exactly. They thought I broke the TOS. Like, obviously, that I believe is not a legitimate decision. And, if you try and advocate for the TOS, then, obviously I'm not going to...
Here's the problem with TOS is that it's always completely malleable. It changes depending on the situation. It's, completely up to whoever decides to fuck you over.
Yeah. No,
I don't know how she gets away with her copyright. I don't know how she does that. I can't play a small clip of something on my show without getting like the whole stream taken down, and then you've got a strike, and I'm just like, how is she getting away with that? It's mental. There's got to be a bias.
she's literally just because she reduces the opacity and she cuts it every minute or so, and that's the only reason that doesn't get hit because the copyright content ID can't pick it up. And I think
I don't know how it doesn't though, because the audio is intact for about 15 seconds, and that should be enough to fuck her alone.
Yeah, I don't, because a lot of these anime soundtracks aren't copyrighted. I know that for a fact because I know, a lot of them aren't copyrighted, especially the older ones. They don't bother to put them in the content ID system because I think a lot of them use them in videos and stuff. And I think it doesn't actually impact them negatively if their music is used, which is, I think, something that the Western companies could learn from a bit. But it doesn't. Yeah, the sound. A lot of the soundtracks aren't copyrighted, so it doesn't change anything. But it's the visual content that would be usually picked up. And, you could just say, like, why does she put it transparent in the first place? Why would she have to do that if everything was above board? Maybe because it's not all above board. And that's
exactly why. Like, that's the thing, because I was sat there and I was like, there can't be a reason she can't have a license, because she'd just be putting it on the screen as is if she had the license.
Yeah.
So she definitely hasn't.
Yeah, and now she's got the website and she's doing it the same there.
And, here's something.
I mean, she can do whatever she wants there. She's trying to.
Here's something I gotta ask though. I'd seen you tweet yesterday, Cog, that basically like John Swan was stalkerish or something like that. Do you want to elaborate on that point?
Yeah, that's so when it because John, I think you've taken the correct decision today, which is just to take a back seat and just wait to see what happens, because it's all in the running, and that patience is good. Right? Whereas I find it weird when you said, because I saw a post from you, I think it was in your Discord or something like that you've got like some bot, because a lot of people have been blocked. You've got a bot to post all her tweets so you can, I don't know, stay on top of them even though you've been blocked. I find that a bit weird, personally.
Yeah, I've got. Well, not really. I mean,
people. I find that stalkerish. So
lots of people have bots for people who's blocked them.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they don't. I find that weird personally. You've got to understand that. That's it. You're going to do that, obviously, and people will do that. I just personally find that to be weird and stalkerish. It's like if I broke up with someone and I blocked them and got rid of them and they decided to find something to keep. It's fucking weird, yeah?
Well, she's a public figure, not like...
She's a public figure and it's an ongoing story.
Fair enough. I still find it weird. Like, but behind the scenes, apparently this is all getting legally sorted out, but I just don't know why you needed the bot. It just seems weird.
Okay.
Again, I just find it strange, personally.
To keep up with her statements regarding the situation?
Again, I was going to make it for myself anyway, because I'm blocked and I don't like switching to an alt account the whole time. So I thought, why don't I just...
You're really that bothered about what she's doing daily? Can you just wake up and open up an incognito tab and have a look?
Yeah, but I mean, this is more convenient. I was going to make it for myself.
Wait, how is the incognito like not stalkerish, but the bot is?
Because the thing, I think having a bot there constantly posting it to you is just, I think that's like going there and getting your notifications for. I just find it so strange. And if she's blocked you, I just find that weird. Like, I do find it strange. I think the only time that I've done incognito is because like someone else has sent me one of their tweets, and that's someone else sending it to you randomly. And it's like if someone had done that to you, you're like, oh yeah, but it's more, you just want to stay on top of the thing. Fair enough. If that's what it is, I just find it weird. I don't know.
Okay,
I find that strange.
Okay, Suzie Lou is an ongoing story. She's a public figure, and it's an ongoing story. The story doesn't seem to stop, and I think now it's going to start.
The story ends when she's been legally fucked.
Now it's going to start to slow down. Now it's going to start to slow down because I think at this point a lot of people have decided not to cover it anymore due to a recent Instagram post. And a lot of people have, I don't think she'll be doing many more animes just because of the recent takedowns that she's received. I do not think there will be much of that going on anymore.
She'll be doing a lot more gameplay, yeah.
She'll be doing a lot more gameplay, and I mean, every single video I think that she's uploaded, she's got a channel back has been all gameplay, which I have no problem with. She can do all the gameplay she wants in the world. No problem. More power to you, Suzie Lou. But I don't know. It's an ongoing story, and it's a story that I've definitely wanted to keep on top of. I made the bot because it's easier to just scroll through a Discord thing than to open up an incognito window and scroll through Twitter, which is a buggy interface. And it just, in case she deletes anything, that I would like to keep the archive of that. Obviously I'm not up 24/7 and I can't see if she deletes a tweet or something, and the Discord bot archives that for me if I need to.
It's just a consistent archive then. So you see it's just a consistent archive.
It's an archive, yeah.
Here's the other thing about Discord is when you post a tweet in Discord, it will archive it automatically. So it's actually smart to have a bot for people you don't like, because if they pull tweets or they private or whatever, it's always going to stay there on your Discord server. So it's just an easy way to just have it all out for you.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
if she, yeah.
Fair enough. I just don't think I'd follow. I know to you, she's like an ongoing story. I just don't think I'd follow it for that long. I think where this is more one of those that I think died off a while ago. I mean, if it became, because the thing is for you, John, you obviously know about this stuff in the background, which is this court case that's going on, the anime companies and stuff like that, and that's the be all end all when she gets a legal comeuppance. And honestly, I think this has just died down to the point where that's what the only time when it's really going to become a point at the end is when that happens. She's going to continue making a content, probably more gameplay than anything, but she's probably going to still slip into the anime every now and again.
Yeah, I don't know. The real thing that I wanted with this situation was I don't want these animes on YouTube because I really think it could have a massive implication in terms of fair use content on YouTube. Because I really do think that if anime companies decide to take a stance against this content, YouTube will start to get notices from anime companies that say, look, Content ID isn't doing its job. It's not detecting the content. Therefore, what we're going to do is we are going to remove all our support from you, and we are going to remove everything from the Content ID system, and anything that includes our content will be automatically struck down if you don't do something about this. That's the sort of thing that's going to happen. And YouTube, what they always will do, what they've always done in the past, and what they will do is they will overcorrect, because the YouTube love to overcorrect on every situation that happens. And what they'll do is they'll probably make Content ID more sensitive, which will lead to false positives and more issues for people using copyrighted content than there already is. And I just don't want that to happen. I don't want the content on YouTube because I really think it'll have massive implications for the platform as a whole. And if it's shown that YouTube was breaking their safe harbor by reinstating a channel when there were active strikes, then that could also have a massive implications in terms of how that is, goes across the platform and how YouTube deals with these things. I don't want that to happen. The platform's already difficult enough to deal with as it is. I don't want that to continue. That is the reason I don't want it there. Same with Patreon. I think that if you're uploading uncut anime, and at the moment, there's actually no system, because it's really difficult for copyright owners to know their content's being used unless you say to them it's being used, because everything's behind a paywall. They can't just go and search it. They have to pledge to figure out what's going on unless someone tells them that this is what's happening, and then they go and investigate and actively investigate. So I really think that, this could have massive implications in terms of how Patreon deals with these things as well, if it isn't addressed. And that's what I've wanted to prevent this whole time. And I think I've pretty much, most of what I've done, most of what has happened so far it's worked out in the terms of her Patreon is no longer available. She's not going to be posting content anymore there, which I think is good for the platform as a whole. And I think that if she's posting minimal anime on her YouTube, or none at all, which would be fantastic, I think that would also be great, because it means that there won't be negative implications for the platform as a whole. And that's always what I wanted to prevent. And I think at this point, everything that I've wanted to happen in terms of keeping the platform safe has happened. And that's why I've decided, look, this is pretty much the end for the moment. So I'm going to leave it here, because I think she's just going to fade into irrelevancy within the next few weeks anyway. My YouTube analytics still say otherwise. My video is still going. But at this point, I think the active situation is finished. And that's why I've decided just stop, move on to the next topic.
Oh yeah, so I saw your tweet today. I know. The thing is, it has got to that point. Like I say, my whole gripe with you is because I've obviously misread it, because I thought you were advocating for using TOS to flag someone down, and I was like, that's what she's done, and it was just like, why would you want to do the actions of her? But like I say, and again, it is the message towards people that would go and do that. I do find it very strange that you would still go and do that. But again, like I see from the point of view that this is taking the legal route. If it's the anime companies that have actually taken it down, that's exactly the way it should have gone. So if that's how it is, and that's great.
Yeah. So I feel like, at this point, the next step is just anime companies getting involved. And I have it on very good authority that 2 anime companies are very interested in Suzie Lou at the moment. So if she's watching, I just want her to know that. I know she doesn't trust me. She thinks that I'm just pulling this out of my ass and I don't actually have anyone. But there are 2 companies that are very interested at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how that progresses in terms of that whole situation.
All right, I'm going to take a look at some of the donos we got so far. First one is, let me see, 99 Volt through 2 says, we want blood. Julian Smith through 5 says, I bet Suzy and Steve are watching this right now, holding hands right now. Nah, they're definitely not holding hands. Steve's taking that back seat. Actually, I heard he's playing League with Musley on Twitch to a grand total of 20 people, so I'm sure he's having a gay old time right now.
Hey, I thought Musley didn't support Suzy.
Oh no.
What's going on? Why are all the Kumite sub to them?
No, wait a minute. Nick Zodix through 2 says, we demand more bedhead Augie. No, never again. Julian Smith through 1, no message. Jeff Vader through 2 says, why is Cog anti-flocking now? He endorsed and encouraged the flocking of Geek Thulu. Cog, do you have any comment on that?
No, I didn't, so I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh, well, there you go. Goof Troop through 10 says, can you both say the word rubbish really quickly? Cog first.
Probably has some rubbish.
Just like consistently, or like rubbish. Oh,
yeah, I don't just say it like 10 times real fast. I don't know what that is.
It's probably going to be taken out of context and mean something that I don't intend it to. So.
Who cares? I don't care.
Come on, John.
Rubbish.
You think you just say it 10 times over and over again, it's just going to sound like the N-word or something? I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know what it's supposed to be.
I can't do it now.
Oh my god. Julian Smith through 5 says, Suzie Lou hashtag ceiling gang. That explains everything. Hangside through 1 says, imagine Suzy just showing up out of nowhere, all in Bowblax with jizz in their pants. Yeah, that'd be exciting. I actually reached out to her. I was like, hey, look, why not just sit down and have a conversation or whatever? It's not difficult. It'd be interesting. But
I mean, she's already trying to have that conversation on Twitter for hours on end. So
yeah, just stop. Stop with the Twitter bullshit. Just come on. Let's just talk it out or whatever. It's not going to be, yelling or whatever. We'll calm ourselves down. We'll control ourselves. It'll be easy. But she just won't do it. I don't know why.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I honestly think her moral high ground would be YouTube allows me to do it.
Yeah, honestly. Do you think she's she knows what she's doing is wrong, or she just has no perspective on
because she said on her Patreon, oh, well, we weren't allowed to do this in the first place. I just got away with it.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well.
So she knows. Which is why I don't feel bad, which is why I'm comfortable, celebrating her takedown via TOS, is because she's, actively knows she's breaking the TOS. Meanwhile, other people like John Swan, they're trying not to break the TOS, and then they get hit for bullshit reasons.
It's bullshit. So I break TOS. I break
completely
TOS all the time. Just break TOS, I don't give a shit. I have no care for the TOS, and I'd never advocate for using it, because I break it all the time. I'd be a massive hypocrite. It's just my consistency, that Bowblax.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason you would follow, the only reason it really makes sense to follow TOS is, so you can make money, you can keep your business afloat or whatever. But I don't generally, here's my deal. I will respect the TOS because, hey, that's how you get paid at the end of the day. And I'm very open about YouTube is it's sort of like a business to me. I have fun doing it as sort of like a business, but you apply, you follow the TOS to make sure you don't get fucked in the ass, basically.
Yeah.
But
so if she actively doesn't follow the TOS and then gets fucked in the ass, I'm not going to have sympathy for that.
But here's the deal, right? In terms of, do I respect the TOS? No, not at all. Because, like I said before, it's malleable. It changes every day.
Yeah.
It's purposely vague so that people, can get taken off whenever, someone on YouTube wants to, basically. So,
I'll agree on that. And I'm glad that the TOS was used at least by the anime owners. That's exactly how it should have been. So that's good.
Yeah. Tipster through 10 says, it's worth noting that Patreon will not take action unless the copyright holder or a representative for them reports the user to Patreon, so no amount of false flagging would result in a takedown per Patreon's copyright policy. So, Julian.
That is true. They have to DMCA, otherwise there'll be no action in terms of copyright, at least.
And isn't it true?
Of course, but not.
And isn't it true that you can't, regular people can't just, mass flag or DMCA? It requires, massive YouTubers or a company to do this, right?
To DMCA, anyone can do it, but the thing about DMCA, well, do you mean YouTube or Patreon?
I mean more YouTube. Because I guess Patreon would be different.
Yeah. The thing about YouTube DMCAs is anyone can submit a DMCA. There's a form on YouTube's website where you can do that, but the thing about that is that every single DMCA goes through a manual review and has to go through someone looking at it and saying, this all looks legit, let's pass this through. There have been many situations where DMCAs have been blocked from going through because YouTube looks at it and they think this doesn't look legitimate. The claimant is John Smith 123 West Street. Obviously, this is not legitimate information, so we will not put this strike through. And there have been many situations like that. Obviously, if you are DMCAing yourself, I've seen people trying to do that, trying to DMCA other YouTubers as those YouTubers. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that won't work. Generally, it doesn't really happen that content's actually taken down by that, because they, if it's done through that manual system, I think YouTube, if they any at all a little bit suspicious, they'll send it back to you and they'll say, please give us more information. They'll give you a list of dot points and say, can you fill out this extra information about this? Explain why you don't think it's fair use, all that kind of stuff. And copyright trolls, I don't think they're that smart to be able to fill out all that correctly.
Yeah.
So I've actually never seen. I don't think I've seen that happen before. Someone has struck someone down that didn't own the content and the strike went through and it was never reversed. That I don't think that's ever happened before. But correct me if I'm wrong.
So far, Suzy used the
But I
victim.
don't
Alright.
think so.
The woman card.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not the expert in this room when it comes to all the the legal nitty gritty or whatever. So it's not like I'm just gonna whip out the book and just John, you're wrong in this.
Yeah. But
So,
if anyone knows
I gotta
of a
take your
situation
word
like
for
that,
it
anyone
here.
watching
But yeah, anyone
knows,
else? Yeah, exactly.
Let me know, because I don't think I've ever seen a situation like that when that's happened before. So
Yeah.
interesting to see if it did, but I don't think it has.
All right, let me see. Julian Smith or 2 says, "Lol, Suzy just purged her Twitter." Yeah, I showed that. So she put it on private, and apparently people are telling me she deleted all her tweets as well.
Yeah. they've all been
So
purged.
good thing we got that bot in place. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah! Wow, we got the bot. No way. That actually did something, guys.
Oh my
what?
god.
Of an archive thus far.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's the same thing as archive.org, basically, the web back machine or something like that. It's just a more convenient version of that.
Initially, when I saw it, I just thought that's really creepy. But then when I think about it, yeah, I can understand it as an archive. And yeah, you're right. I can concede on that, definitely.
Hangscyther1 says, RFC After Hours is the best thing going today. This is a cakewalk for John here. Well, thank you very much, man. Chorgon Stormhammer through 2 says this could have been solved in the DMs, to be honest, fam. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could, but I just saw two people I follow. Hell yeah, dude! Why not make it a show? What is this like?
Okay,
this is what I
get
always.
the super chats now.
Wow, John, shut up now. Shh. But no, this is like what always happens, right? You'll have two people beefing and it's really entertaining, and then people are like, you have that one guy who's just like, take it to the DMs, bro. I'm like, shut up! I want entertainment. What are you doing? Be quiet. Let it happen. Just let it roll out naturally there. Anyway, but thank you for the 2. Nick through 2 says, have John say, hello, Augie, it's me, John Swan.
Hello, Augie, it's me, John Swan. hope it was worth the $2, Nick.
I know what he's referencing there. Nick the Oreo through 2 says, have John say, I like penis.
No.
You won't say that? yeah. Even
No,
Cog will say.
Nick the Oreo is not gonna happen, dude.
Oh man,
Unacceptable.
Unfortunate. Jada, well, I mean, I technically said it when I read the donation out, so you got it right there. Hopefully that will suffice. Jada through 2 says Suzy and Jerome say Steecho says hi. Oh my god. Abbas Walker Rat through 5 says good stuff, yo. Almost 900 people here. Yeah, it's true. I think I broke my streaming record tonight. Tonight. I'm used to saying that because I usually stream at night. But this morning, I broke my streaming record at 888. So big moves, big moves. Hell yeah.
That's it. The John Swan effect.
All right, buddy. That's my natural talent that brought these people here. All right.
I'm glad YouTubers like John Swan can come in here and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just get you the little extra push. I know you really need it, so it's good that good that's happening. So
guy John Swan.
Yeah, no problem.
Nick Diorio through 2 says, can John say I love Israel?
I love Israel.
There we go. Let's go, John. Finally. All right. Nirax through 5 says Cog is a cuck. 2 Bowblax is left nut through 2. Oh my god. Bowblax is left nut through 2
we
says...
pull in Angry Slug Productions.
Is he in there? Why is he... Wait a minute now. Hold Angry Slug Productions. Why are you in here?
How have you been, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, Slug, how's it going? Why you want to stream with white supremacists and KKK members?
Oh man, I fucked up already, man, and I apologized. I moved on. I'm no longer claiming that because
Wait, so you coming on here to bow down to the giants here?
The shekels.
Nah, I'm here to fully apologize. I fucked up. I
Have you
clearly
done this already?
made fake claims. Yeah, but I want it publicly known. Like, I fucked up. I made false claims against you guys, and I apologize.
Well, it's an odd time to do it, but I mean, I guess, yeah, I appreciate that. I just don't know how you, like, some kid tells you in a Discord server that I'm part of the KKK and I have a white nationalist YouTube channel called ExedPanda. How do you believe that?
I was so fucking dumb. I was so fucking dumb, man. I was. Either way,
Well,
Suzie Lou's a fucking
that's it.
bitch.
Wait, Slug, since you're here, I gotta ask you, are you still going on Chris Hansen's show, like, next Wednesday?
I already did, but
You already
the interview
did?
of me, yeah. So it got split up into 2 separate interviews. The one of me interviewing him will be its own thing, but the one of him interviewing me is going up this upcoming week.
Okay, well, there you go. And it's gonna be the other one's gonna be premiering on Chris Hansen's own channel?
They're both premiering on it.
Oh, okay. Alright, so one's on
When is the
Wednesday and
other
then
one
the
going
other,
up?
yeah.
But yeah, Suzie Lou, you are a
when is the other one going
copywriting
up,
bitch.
Slug? When is the second one going up?
Still need to record that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you haven't
Yeah.
done it
Oh
yet.
my god.
So you don't know if it's going up.
Oh,
'cause
I
haven't
thought
done
you
it
said
yet.
it was one recording and it was split up. Into
Yeah,
2.
that's what I thought in the beginning, but different
Oh.
like logistic matters.
Okay. So does this mean he might not do it?
No, he's gonna do it. He's up for it.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, you sure about
He's
that?
going to do it. This is Slug asserting
Chris
his dominance right
By
here.
the
He's
way,
like,
guys,
no.
anyone that's watching from my channel, this is the Chris Hansen. This is about Chris Hansen, the subject of the next video. So this is like the teaser trailer for that, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I'm really interested to see that one. I have my own doubts about whether that one will be aired or not, but you know, we'll see.
Hey,
Alright, well, I see your username is now Angry Cuck Productions. I'm assuming you
I
didn't
love
write that.
I
You like
did
that?
not,
Wait,
but-
are you a cuck? Wait.
I am not, but I'll accept the name. It's funny.
Alright, fair
Yeah.
enough. Alright,
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna let you go, man. Thanks for coming in. Oh my god.
Oh, Lena left. Bye.
Oh, yeah, I saw Lena was in there.
So-
I wasn't gonna take callers on the stream, but Lena was mentioned directly, so I figured if he was gonna pop in there, I might as well pull him just because he was, he was mentioned. I think it's fair to get his take, right? Wouldn't you guys say so?
I would say so. That's good.
Yeah.
Good practice.
But he dipped, so I'm gonna keep reading super chats, and if he pops in there, we'll bring him in. But if not, I see no reason to continue. Let me just finish these real quick though. Bowblax's left nut through 2 says so far Suzy used the victim card, the woman card, the other people do it 2 card, and now she pulled the suicide card. One more card, and she got enough cards to play poker. Damn. Nick Diorio through 2 says, can John say Scrubby makes the best content? Oh.
Scrubby makes the best content. I love his content. It's honestly, if you had a tier list of all the content in the world, Scrubby would be at the SS tier.
Oh man.
That's
Doesn't
my
melt the
personal
minds
opinion.
of children.
No, that it actually enhances them. It gives them extra IQ points.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Like
So
when they
that's
watch
my
my
opinion on
videos.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they watch your videos, they actually get double the IQ points for every Bowblax video they watch.
Yes. Every
Damn.
tweet
Proven
read to
scientifically.
them expands their mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Alright, Steph Dev through 2 says Augie's inner merchant coming out, the shekels. Oh my god, it's, what can I say? It's true. Black Wolf Company through 2 says, is Slug standing up still? Sit down, bro. Well, if he stood up, then his microphone would be too low to the ground for him to speak into it, because it's attached to his chair. So, I don't think he was standing up. Although actually when he was streaming, wasn't he like doing like a stand-up stream? Like he was like, it's like he was like playing like Wii Fit or something while reacting to the Nick Diorio. It was weird, whatever.
He was. I think he was standing up.
Oh my
Like,
god.
the mic doesn't quite reach up high enough, so you kind of have to
Oh,
slouch over.
I see how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
I messed up the sort of like, I guess, dichotomy of the rumors. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't quite reach up high enough. So he's
Yeah.
bought the wrong mic stand, obviously. So rip.
For premium content.
Alright, Ear Juice through 1 says, call into Hijaz and debate Stretch Cog. The invite is open whenever you want to be a real man. Also watch Hijaz on Saturday nights for premium content. I don't know what that is, but I don't know, dude. The offer's there. Julian Smith.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Julian Smith just through 5 says Suzie Lou's site is full of security holes and backdoors.
Yeah, there's some major issues with that site.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. A little bit of an interesting thing going on there. But anyway, I think that's the last super chat, so we're going to wrap it up there. Guys, I don't really see any reason to continue this. I think you both have laid out your issues, so I want to thank both y'all for coming on, having a conversation.
That was a good conversation.
Good shit, good shit. I'm going to let both y'all go. Thanks for coming on, and both y'all have a good day.
You too, bye-bye.
All right, well, there we go.
Okay, then.
All right, boys. Well, I think that's going to conclude this special bonus episode. I was a little worried that was going to end prematurely, but I think that went all right. So
Yeah, it kind of did end prematurely, though.
I wasn't expecting it to go on for like 2 or 3 hours. I was just like, 30 minutes to an hour or whatever, and that's what we got. So there we go.
Yeah, basically the core of it was he thought that John Swan flagged Suzie Lou, but it was YouTube responding to what John Swan said in the video, not the flag. So,
well, regardless, we're gonna end it up here. I'll catch you guys. We might be doing a show tomorrow, just a regular one, so be sure to check that out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on notifications, like the stream, all that jazz. Shout out to all the super chatters. I'm gonna bounce out of here. I'll talk to you later, Bowblax.
See you later.
All right, that's gonna conclude it there. I'll catch you guys later.